Hey guys, say hi when you jump on. I'm just going to share this across to my other page if it will load on here. Let me know who's on live, guys. Say hi when you jump on. I can see the numbers going up. I'm just sharing this across to my other page. Hey Milo, kia ora. So cool to have you on. Hey, who else is on the line? Great to have you here. I'm just sharing this across to my personal page. And then something I wanted to share with you guys. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Who's on the line? Where are you calling in from? Tuning in from? Watching in from right now? Awesome. All right. Okay, guys, I wanted to touch base just quickly. I've only got a little bit of time with you guys, but I made a commitment a long time ago that if there was something within me that I really strongly believed in, that I found myself sharing amongst other people, I made a commitment that I would also share that with you guys, that I'd share that online, that I'd share that with my audience. Of course, in a way where it's relevant to you, where you can learn from this and download from this and actually go and create the life you desire through this, right? So what I want to talk about today, right now, is really realizing that there's kind of two types of people in the world that I'm seeing, right? There's two types of people out there. There's people that are artists and leaders and creators and visionaries and entrepreneurs and people really changing the world, but they're doing it in two slightly different ways. And I want to just maybe bring some awareness to this, right? And really bring some new thinking around this and have you look within and go, wow, you know, where am I at within these two groups of people? And of course, where do I want to be? You know, what feels amazing? What is my truth? What am I actually called to do in this world? And I want you to really use this as a springboard to start asking yourself some bigger questions around your life, around your truth, around your purpose, around your message, right? So the first group of people that I see often are, you know, deemed extremely successful. They're creating results, they're creating change in the world, they're doing everything good, they're doing everything right. Often they're loved and adored by many, which is fine. But what I see is I see them completely outside of themselves. I see them completely disconnected, completely external. I see them grasping at things externally going, well, how do I cling on to this in order to create success? How do I react to this person over here in order to create success? How do I push someone down so that I can seemingly bring myself up, which by the way, of course, never actually works? How do I look externally for what people need and then try and give them that, right? They're outside of themselves. They're outside of their body. They're outside of their mind. They're outside of their emotions. They're completely freaking disconnected. Now, be aware on this, right? Because these people still look super successful. They still have results. They're still making money. They're still creating change. And like I said, you can do that way if you want. But I'm talking to the people who know that they're here to do their soul work. And they know that they're here to actually change the freaking planet. And they know that what is inside of them is real. Now, if you know that, and if you know that that's your truth, and the stuff that is inside of you is real and is important and needs to be shared with the world, then why would you look outside for that? Why would you look externally? Why would you rely on a reaction of someone else in order to create your reality, to share your truth? Why? Right? It doesn't make any logical sense. I'll tell you why they do it in a second though, because I used to do it all the time. But here's what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting maybe that you may want to come and play in this group of other people. I'm suggesting that maybe what you have to say is important. I'm suggesting maybe that there is truth in the essence and the soul of your message. I'm suggesting maybe that it's not even about you and that you're simply a messenger put here in order to surrender to what needs to flow through you, right? Which is extremely different. It's an extremely different game to looking externally going, well, what does the world need so that I can seemingly create change or seemingly create some money or seemingly create some visibility or whatever, right? Two entirely different games. Just give me some love hearts if you're getting this. Some people will never get this, and that's okay. But I can see names on here who I know, hey Tara, what's up? Who I know get this at their core. who I also know are committed to playing in the second group of people. I also know that there's a lot of people watching this right now where, yeah, you're right, Tara, you're just a messenger. It's not about you, right? So if you're like this and you're like, wow, maybe I have been looking externally. Maybe I have been trying to give the market what the market needs. Maybe I have been going, well, how do I react so that I can be received and loved in some sort of way? And if you're a little bit done with that and you're ready to shift over to this other place, I'm not going to tell you it's easy, right? It's freaking challenging. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be okay with standing in a space where, quite honestly, sometimes you're going to feel totally alone and totally alienated. You're going to feel like often no one gets you and that you're preaching to yourself, right? You're going to feel like that. But it's in those moments where you have to choose whether or not you stand in that time, because those are the moments where it's so easy for people to gravitate back to that first category and go, you know what, this is so much easier. I'll just give people what I think they need. You know what, I'll just react to some external circumstances. I'll just join the dots and follow a strategy and build a business in a box because that'll get me to some point in my life. Me, right? Versus going, you know what, no, I'm going to stand in this vulnerability. I'm going to stand in this place. I'm going to surrender to whatever the universe has for me coming through me. I'm going to surrender to the divine plan that's already so beautifully laid out, knowing that my job is to actually stand in the essence, not of you, but stand in the essence of what is coming through you. Is this making sense? Right, Tara? Not everyone will love you or even like you, absolutely. I don't want to touch the screen because I've lost my selfie stick and I've like stacked my camera up on my handbag, and so it may fall off if I touch it, but I know there was some other amazing comments on there. So you might be looking at this right now going, wow, you know what? I have been playing in category 1. I have actually been looking externally. I have been doing this in a way where I'm not going within, where I'm not trusting, where I'm not allowing stuff to flow through me, in which case chances are you probably feel blocked, you probably feel insecure, you probably feel like you're not good enough, you'll probably feel like there's a lot of work to do and there's a lot of pressure behind you, rather than playing in the second category where you tap into higher levels of ease and flow and grace and truly surrendering to what needs to come through you as you are the messenger, right? And you might be going, you know, why have I done this? Why have I chosen this external reality? Now, firstly, forgive yourself, right? We live in a society where this is the norm. 99.99999% of people are living their life in that reality. They're living their life in that manner. They're living their life in a way where they don't even know how to go within, right? It's not even a thing. They're actually conditioned hardcore from their bones from such a young age to look externally for the answers, to look externally for love, to look externally for gratification and results in their life. So that's what you've been conditioned to do. Now here's the challenging part. When you create that awareness, when you switch that light bulb on, when you actually go, you know what, I don't want to play there anymore. I want to play over here, and I want to stand in truth, and I want to stand in vulnerability, and I want to stand in this place that's super freaking uncomfortable, but I know there's so much more if I actually commit to that. Know that that is scary, okay? Know that it's not easy. And know that this is going to bring up all of your shit in the process. You're going to have moments where you doubt yourself. You're going to have moments where you get paralyzed by fear. You're going to get moments where you think, man, you know what? All this stuff that I think I have to say, is it really that important? You know what? Who am I to speak into that? You know what? Maybe it's not the right time. You know what? Maybe people don't care what I have to say. All of this is going to be running, chances are, as an internal dialogue. And if you don't have the capacity to have the awareness to catch that, you get submerged in it, you get stuck in it, you get blocked in it. And I see people with big hearts and big messages who are trying to surrender to their truth, but they're transitioning and they're stuck. Right? They're transitioning because they know, hey, I don't want to look externally. I don't want to be that person that just, you know, reacts externally to the world and ignores my truth at my core. They want to come play over here, but they get paralyzed, right? So that is where you need to just be okay with being paralyzed just for a split second. Catch it. Forgive yourself. Love on yourself. But at the same time, put a boundary on it. How long are you going to stay there, right? How long does this paralyzation of your soul go on for? Does it go on for a day or a week or 10 years? Because I know people that have such powerful messages and they're such powerful vessels for what needs to come through them, but they're paralyzed. They've been paralyzed for like 20 years. And I want to shake them and be like, do you realize you're in transition? And they're like, yeah, I kind of do. I really do want to play over here. And I'm like, okay, but you're in control of this transition. It's up to you to do the work. It's up to you to look within. It's up to you to go, do you know what? I'm not actually okay with being paralyzed here. And I actually want to shift to commit to my truth and to commit to my message, right? So for those of you guys who know that, you know what, I'm done playing externally, I'm done manufacturing my message, I'm done joining the dots in business, I'm done showing up in a way that I think the world wants me to show up, and I commit to truth, and I commit to vulnerability, and I commit to actually surrendering to what needs to flow through me right now, and locking that in, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it's not strategically the right thing to do, even if it's the one thing that everyone's like, why are you doing that? You commit to that, right? And you know that because you go and you make a decision that you're going to play there. I want you to just type in, that's me. I want you to really take this as an opportunity to confirm this to yourself, but also externally to the world that, hey, you know what? This is where my commitment lies. I now choose to play in this place and know that when you trust into this and when you start really saying every single day, you know what, universe, what is it that I need to deliver? Use me. How can I serve at a greater level? When you truly surrender to that, when you commit to that, when you look that in the eye each and every single day, regardless of fear, regardless of society, regardless of opinions, regardless of everyone telling you that you're doing it the wrong way, when you commit to that, I promise you there is greatness on the other side. I promise you, promise you, promise you. I promise you that the ease you're searching for is on the other side of that edge. I promise that the abundance is on the other side of that edge. I promise that the contribution is on the other side of that edge. I promise that the impact, whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that you're calling in, your higher purpose and your higher intention is on the other side of that freaking edge. But if you don't commit to the edge, if you just stay paralyzed in this place between the two worlds, knowing where you want to shift but not being committed to doing the work, you'll never flip over to the other side of the edge, right? So also I'm getting so many that's me's coming in. That's how I feel. Totally, Kathleen, a box of coaching has me paralyzed. Get out of the box. And it's that beautiful moment of realization when you realize, hey, there actually is no box, right? It's a box that I've chosen to put around myself externally. Tara says it's so easy when you stop filtering and go within. It will make you cry. It will. And it will make you raw. It will make you real. It will make you vulnerable. It will make you late to an event because you're meant to be there now, but you had to talk about this to the world on a live stream, right? It will do things that don't make sense. But again, I promise you, if you commit to that edge and if you do the work internally and externally every single day, all of the good stuff is on the other side of that, okay? So guys, I have to run. I've got to go to this event. If you know that that's you, if you know that you're someone that's committed to truth, committed to soul work, committed to shifting from that edge so that you can surrender and allow everything to come through you, including everything you're looking to call in at a higher level in your life, then you probably need to come to a Be Your Brand Mastermind. This is where you and I spend 3 days going deep. We have an intimate group of people. There's never any more than 8 people in the room. And it's all about unlocking your truth, getting you on the other side of that edge, really diving you and throwing you deep into your soul work. And yes, it's uncomfortable, and yes, it's scary, and yes, I'm going to make you do things you probably don't want to do because it's out of your comfort zone, but obviously, you know, that's where people shift and grow and accelerate. So if you know that's you, we have an event in Bali and in Barcelona. Just send me a private message ASAP if you want to look at applying for that event. Okay, so guys, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing this to flow through me. Like I said, totally inconvenient. Now late to my event. Needed to share this with you guys. And so respect and love and honor every single one of you that are committed to playing in the second category, that are committed to surrendering and allowing your message to flow through you and really creating massive change in the world from that place, as uncomfortable as it is sitting on that edge and knowing that you're calling in all of the greatness on the other side. So love and adore each and every single one of you. You're amazing. I really have to go. Send me a message if you want to come to a mastermind. I love you. Mwah. You can have it all. Don't forget that.